Hello fellow Star Wars fans, my name is Star Wars. Welcome back to the channel. How can a lightsaber turn from blue to red, such as we see in the Acolyte Season 1 finale? We're going to get into that, and all the details pertaining to that will be very spoiler specific pertaining to that episode. So you have been warned, but before we get started, this is a channel where I talk about Star Wars a lot, so I would appreciate it if you like that content. Go ahead, subscribe, and hit that like and bell icon to be notified about future Star Wars videos. So getting into it, yes, this grand finale, I call it Season 1 finale. I really think we're going to get a Season 2. But we have Osha, basically just one of the most outrageous killing scenes in all of Star Wars. Very uncomfortable. Her killing her master after she learns that he killed her mother back in the day and has been lying about it for 16 years. She uses the Force chokes him, and then ignites his saber, and it just basically turns slowly from blue to red. That, my friends, is called bleeding the Kyber crystal. Now, if you go back, that is a more recent thing in Star Wars lore. It comes from the 2017 comic run by Charles Soule in the Darth Vader run, where Vader gets his first lightsaber by killing this Jedi named Barash. Actually, he takes the Barash vow. Kirak and Phila. By the way, we learn about the Barash vow from Torben in this same series. So anyway, Vader is able to kill Kirak, and he bleeds the crystal. So basically what the crystal is, the Kyber crystal is a kind of living thing in a way, and it's very sensitive to the Force. So if you apply enough anger and hatred to a crystal, it will kind of morph into that red hue. And it takes a powerful kind of dark side user to be able to do that. You're not going to just go into a random cave and find a red Kyber crystal. That doesn't exist. It's also worth noting, such as the case with the Star Wars Rebels character Ahsoka in the book there. She's able to turn a crystal from red to white, able to purify that. We've also seen that in the recent Star Wars comics, where Luke Skywalker does the very same thing. He turns a red Kyber crystal into something like a clear Kyber crystal, basically healing it. So it can go both ways. You can change colors both ways, and I think that is one of the coolest bits of Star Wars lore we've seen in a while. So we've seen that in the comics. We've seen that in Jedi Survivor in this last year or so. This High Republic Jedi, Dagan Gera, wakes up from this hibernation, and immediately this Jedi just channels the hatred and turns his saber into the red. But no, what is happening here in the Acolyte is the first time this whole concept has made it to the live action screen for the mass audience to see. So I think it's just a really cool way they represented it in this show, seeing that anger, that hatred that has been stoked by Kyber the Stranger over the last episode or so, of him really getting into Osha's head, and just this great idea of this once Jedi pupil that leaves, a fallen Jedi essentially, getting taught by another fallen Jedi to basically go into the ideas of the dark side. And, you know, getting into more speculation, I don't think he's really a Sith. He was a fallen Jedi, but then we see that Mune there hanging out in the background. Has to be Darth Plagueis, the Wise. So, you know, of course, he is the master of Palpatine. So that is kind of where we're seeing things go. And Season 2 would be very interesting to see Kyber and to see Osha training together. I still have an inclination that, of course, we don't hear about Kyber because he's not really a Sith. I think he is more of maybe the first Knight of Ren, because we know those guys go back generations, according to the Star Wars comics, with Ren, with Kylo Ren and all this. Oh, by the way, we also see Kylo Ren bleeding his blue lightsaber crystal in that miniseries where he actually joins the Knights of Ren. So there's a lot of different instances of using the Force to change one's lightsaber crystal from good to bad or bad to good. It's all over the Star Wars galaxy. It's permeated through now every kind of medium possible. So very cool to see that. Very nice to see that lore dipped into the Acolyte, and they've been doing a good job. Everybody on the team implementing the Barrage Vow, bleeding lightsaber crystal, all these concepts that have come from the Star Wars comics, right? Star Wars storytelling on all fronts is all being able to be pulled from canon-wise to everything that is just authentic to the Star Wars galaxy. So what are your thoughts on the Acolyte finale? What are your thoughts on seeing a lightsaber crystal being bled, this Kyber crystal being bled before our eyes in this glorious manner? Let's talk about it in the comment section below. As I said off the top, I do talk about Star Wars here a lot, so if you like this content, my thoughts on it, go ahead, give me a subscribe if you haven't already. That way you'll never miss another video. That's good enough for me, Star Wars. Thank you so much for watching, and may the Force be with you always. Thanks for checking out the video. Please hit that thumbs up symbol. It helps me know that I'm making content that you guys enjoy. And if you enjoyed this video, I also included 2 videos down below you guys should check out. And please consider subscribing to this channel. It helps support me, and it notifies you guys of when I get new videos up on the channel. You can also contact me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at StarRaptor.